Hey guys, in today's video I am actually recreating a look that I was tagged in. This is look number 2. I figured I would do like Christmas light looks at the same time. So far I have 4 of these recorded. The first one's already edited. This is 100% real time. All I did was cut out every time I looked down or looked to the side or hunted for something. I'm just starting off with a neutral brown shade, trying to create the same like swoop motion that she did above her crease. And I ended up cutting my crease. This is a concealer that I don't quite care for very much because under my eyes it likes to stick in every crack and line and crinkle and everything that you have when you age, and it likes to stay there and hang out in all the cracks and creases and crinkles. So I decided I would use that on my eyelid, hoping to block it out, and then I did go back over it with an eyeshadow here in just a minute. But this is what I would normally do for a cut crease. So for those that have always wondered how I do my cut creases, this is real-time cut crease action. This shows you how I go about it. This is a Amazon brush. It is a flat, rounded tip synthetic brush that I am using to apply this product. And as you can see, it is still quite damp on my eyelids, so it's easy to move around. And then as I like swipe, every time I do that, I end up with like bald spots. So then I go back over those areas and like tap just so that I can get the product to smooth back out. So anywhere where it looks like it, is bald underneath, I smooth it back out so it's not quite so bald looking. And here I am cutting the edge because it looked like she had kind of like a faux wing action on here before she adds any of the liner. So I wanted to like carve that out as well, which is why I am doing this part of it to clean that line up a little bit. I didn't go as far out, I think, as she did. She also has quite a bit of real estate between her eyelashes and her eyebrows. So, and I wish I could tag who did this or whatever, or go and look at her page because she's got an incredible lid space. But, it is what it is. She's probably also 20 years old. And then I'm pressing over it to make sure that it's evenly dispersed on my eyelid. Now, I mixed two powder eyeshadows to try and like get a similar lid color to hers, and then I realized the one had too much peach in it, and I decided mixing it with a lighter shade so that it matched more along the lines of my skin tone. And I'm just placing that all over. I think that is an MOTD brush. Don't quote me on it. I'll try and leave the brushes linked down below, and I try and cover all of where I put the concealer on. I try and put this powder over, and then I'm going back over it with my finger to make sure there's no tacky spots, because when you're doing liner work, especially intricate liner work like this, you want to make sure that it's not got a wet base underneath of it, because I am using water activated liners, so I did not want anything that could mess up that liner when I got to working with it. And then I realized that I needed to blend out the outer edge just a little bit better, which is what I'm doing now. And this is before like concealer corrector, all that kind of stuff. Now this is after. Now I should have taken this up a little higher. I should have gone up higher because of how hooded this eye is. And I did mess up in the corner. Ended up getting a Q-tip wet and fixing the inner part of my eye because the brush was too wet with the water activated liner. You can buy these liners on my website for $5. I have quite a few left in stock. But again, my line is not only much thicker than hers, but it's also a little further down. I should have gone closer to that brown line instead of leaving the lighter color in between where the line is and where the darker shade is on my upper crease area. But I am just swooping this out ever so slowly so I don't screw up. And I really like this liner brush. This is actually a paint brush. And due to how my eye is shaped, yes, it looks crooked. The line looks crooked. When I'm looking at it up close, it looks even, but as you see, when I open my eye up, almost all of that line goes folding back into my eye socket. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't have perfect eyes. And then, of course, I did my bottom, you know, my lash line with it as well. And if you notice, I don't follow the shape of my eye. I looked at what her picture had, and then I left a little bit. See how the little bit of the corner of my eye is left open? I did that on purpose. Because of the way my eyes are shaped and they're downturned at the end, I have to, when I'm trying to recreate looks, look at what the person's eye is shaped like and try and mimic that. And she had a nice sharp thick line, and I was trying to get that as well. Again, I didn't leave a whole lot of space in between the two lines. I should have gone up another, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch with my top line, but you know, it is what it is. If I do this look again, then, which I probably won't, but if I was to do it again, I would have carried that line up to the darker brown shade and left the entire lid space empty. Now working with this in the inner corner, it looked like hers was connected as well, so I tried to connect mine. I have a very close set of eyes where the corner of my eye is very close to my bridge of my nose, and it doesn't look like hers is like that. And now we're making the little things for the light bulbs to sit on. And I noticed that this brush, I had some issues trying to get it to work on my eyelid, because every time I tried to put it on my eyelid would wrinkle. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it at a different angle. Well, crap, that didn't work. And then you end up with lines in the wrong spots, which you'll see here in just a minute. I do have that issue, and I forgot to zoom that part in. That's okay. And I was trying to go up, and if you watch, I went up and down at the same time. So I got a 2 for 1. Yeah, no, that bottom was definitely a screw up, but I worked with what I had. It should have been spaced out a little bit more, but it is what it is. I made it work. My light bulbs were a little too close together, but again, what is with some of these are like zoomed in, some of them aren't. I apologize for that. I thought I had them all zoomed in. I'll have to try and remember to go back. Now I use a bunch of different eyeshadows. This is a little pencil brush, and it's a very, very dense pencil brush. And then just taking that same color I used up above underneath my lower lash line, just in case, because I don't want to transfer any of the little light bulb colors further out. And I did use different colors. This is a purple color. It's actually a shimmer shade from the Crystal Zodiac palette, but it's so pretty. I couldn't not use it, even though it looks blue on my eyelid. I mean, it is kind of like a swirly color. And then we're going in with a yellow. So I did use the red, the yellow, and I guess that's blue. I guess I used purple here in a minute. So I am kind of sticking to her color story, but I do switch it up here in just a minute, because she has red, yellow, green, and blue. And here's the green. I had issues trying to get that green to show up. It was a shimmer shade, and it did not want to go on my lid. So if you look, I'm like swirling. I put the brush in position, and then I like twist it, trying to get it to transfer color onto my lid. Well, that didn't work so good. So I ended up like having to tap a whole bunch of times. I think this is the purple one. Yeah, that's the purple one. That was also a shimmer. And it's funny, the matte shades seem to go on really nice. It was the shimmer shades that wanted to fight with me. But I tried to use different colors, because I know Christmas lights come in a hello blurry, a bunch of different colors. Sorry about the blurriness. Can't help it when I'm doing detail work like this. I don't really pay attention to what the camera's doing, which is why a lot of times I'm out of frame. This is a Lele Posh loose powder highlight. It's very glittery, which is why I kept my eye closed, because I do not want that micro glitter in my actual eye. Because I've had glitter in my eye before, and I've had my cornea scratched, and that was no fun, which is probably why I detest pressed glitters in products, because I know what it's like to get glitter in your eyes. Now I noticed she had little round white dots in hers, and I tried, this is a a Morphe liner brush. Let me just tell you, this thing is garbage. None of the hairs are the same length. There, if you see, there's that one side that's like split. There's one that's like off to the side. So I had issues with this brush trying to get perfectly round looking spots because the brush is crap. Which is one reason why I don't like using Morphe brushes. So I went back to my little Amazon paint brushes. That one had black on it from before. I just cleaned it off, and I'm using the white water activated liner to do my little white dots. And I think it turned out pretty well. I've got another, the other look on the other eye. Whoop. Yeah, I use my finger and kind of try and fix that. I did like Christmas light looks on both eyes to try and keep them like uniform. So this is holiday look number 2. Like I said, I've got 4 filmed so far. I filmed the other 2 today. I've been sick for over a week now with allergies and allergy type symptoms and all the fun stuff that goes with a severe allergy attack. So I haven't been wearing makeup a whole lot. But hopefully you guys like these looks that I'm doing, the holiday looks. I'm trying to do stuff that's somewhat easy, something that you can do that's fun. This didn't take a whole long time. I think it was maybe 27 minutes total, and that was with all the hunting and the pecking and the looking for stuff and the dropping things on the floor and the sneezing and the bebopping to the music and all the other things that I do when I'm filming. So, I mean, it took me less than half an hour to do this eye look. It's super simple. If you wanted it to be more Christmassy, I guess you could use like a red in the crease or a green or even a gold, like do gold on the inner corner of your eye, whatever floats your boat. Hopefully you guys like these videos that I am doing like this, that are recorded with no sound and then I'm doing a voiceover for. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you want to tag me in stuff online and ask me to recreate it, I have no problem doing that. I would rather recreate looks that were done by somebody that I can actually, give them credit. So if you know who this is that created this look, please let me know so I can make sure to link her socials. And hopefully you all have a fantastic day or night wherever you are.